How na there? Una welcome back. We go continue from our last class wey be list. For this class, we go check how we fit take do other things with list. For example, how we fit take delete something wey be value inside this list wey we get. Now we get list with of rice, dodo, beans, egg, garri, yam, and we store am inside variable wey we call food. So to delete one of these values, we fit just say we go call maybe food delete, and we say okay, make we delete -1. We know say if we use -1 as index, e mean say na this last one, e dey count from the last. So if you say we delete -1 and we print food after that one, if you say make we print food, if you run this code, you go see say yam don comot from this list. Of course, -1 mean say e count am from back. If you say maybe 0 and we run am, you go comot the very first one wey be dodo, wey be rice. Then you go start from dodo. So that one na how you fit take use this delete take comot something from inside our list. Another thing we wan look na how we fit take change maybe name of something. Maybe we wan change the first index wey dey inside this list. We wan change the name to maybe, of course, we dey refer to rice now. So we wan change am to maybe pepper soup. So if we change am and we print food, we go see say pepper soup go turn up instead of rice. It means say we don change the very first this thing to rice. Another thing wey we fit do na we fit say make we print, maybe we wan check if something dey inside, maybe we wan check if one value dey inside our list. Then make we check if akara, print akara in food. For example, we go see false because akara no dey inside food. So if we say akara not in food, e go give us akara not in food. Sorry, akara no dey in not not in food. Of course, you go talk say na true. If you put something wey dey there like maybe rice not in food, go tell us say na false. If you say rice in food, of course rice dey inside food, so you go tell us say na true. So that one na that one about that. So another thing we go do na to see how we fit take, maybe of course we know say this learn wey we don use before for our first classes, we know say learn and length, it will tell us how many things dey inside food. So if you say maybe length of food or learn, you use learn, maybe say maybe print am, we dey expect say e go count all the very values wey dey inside food, then it go give us the result or the number. So length of food, the answer na 6 because rice, dodo, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now 6 values dey inside that list. So it will give us that answer. So that one na that one. Another thing be say for the next use we wan do for this our list, we wan see how we dey use for loop and while loop. So if you never know wetin for loop be or wetin while loop be, we don use am before, but this one go give am more explanation wey be say we go fit get more information on top how you fit take use am. So for example, we wan use for loop, we wan use range and some other things wey we say we go use write some code so we fit get more understanding of how this list dey work. So for example, if we say for I in range, okay, we just we use this one for now. So maybe for I in range 4, for example, we expect say we just say for loop, we need to get this column. We just say print I. We'll see wetin go happen. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now wetin print come outside. And wetin this one dey do be say they tell us say for everything wey dey inside range 4. Range 4 na just range. Range na between 0 make you count 4 numbers. To get am right or to understand am more, you say range 10, it means say make count from 0 to 9. You understand? So you go count from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You go stop. So you go count 10 for us starting from 0. And of course we talk am from our last class say if one slice, where e go stop go be, e no go show for inside slice. The same thing for range, where e go stop no go show for inside range. So we go start from 0 and go count 10 things. I go count 0 join. So we go see from 0 go reach 9. So this for I na loop na im be this. E mean say you go count all those range, you go bring everything come outside one by one. You go print everything one by one wey dey inside this range. This one just mean say maybe all the items, for example, e just mean say all the items wey dey inside this range na e go print for us. So na the same thing, same items for I in range, for items in range, or for anything wey you wan name this your items or this variable, you go fit tell us. And for loop be say e go give us all those things wey dey inside that range one by one. All those items, e go print for all of them one by one before e go stop. So that one na about that one. So most say I fit take use this our for loop take also print something else come outside. For example, we fit talk say for items in range, and we fit say we fit just add the length, because the length of food na number. So the length of food, so make it print, maybe we just want to say make do some kind of thing. We say number, numbers, maybe we want give us numbers of everything wey dey inside the food. So we must say plus maybe str, and I go explain how wetin all these things dey do one by one. Of course we know say items suppose be the numbers, so we need to use I, just depending on the names we want use, but to get more understanding we say items, and those items will be numbers, so we need to change them to string so that we fit concatenate them or marry them to this string number. We get another string wey we'll add for the back so that we fit get understanding of wetin dey print. So the next thing we say, just want to say print number, maybe number 1 in food na so thing, you understand. So maybe na, then we go come add maybe food in all the things wey dey inside or all the items wey dey inside this variable of food. So items, yeah. So make we print this thing, then we'll explain how it dey work. We get some kind, we go still do some kind more of like, we go do some kind adjustment, but make we print this one first, see if it go work. So number 0, okay, number 0, everything dey together. So if you just put space for here, put space for here, then we run am again, most wetin go happen. So number 0 in food na rice, number 1 in food na dodo, number 3 like that. And wetin this one do for us na just wetin we just explain finish. This one mean say you look through everything wey dey inside food, all the numbers wey dey inside food, from number 0 go reach number 5, all the 6 things wey dey inside food, you look through all of them. And wetin loop mean be say if you do 0 finish, you go do 1. If you do 1 finish, you go do 2, until everything wey dey inside food finish. So na looping be that, and na for loop, how we take use for loop and range and learn everything together na be this. It means say wetin we dey print out, or for every one of those value wey dey inside the list, you go print this thing come outside. So we dey expect say you go print something come outside 6 times for everything, for items, for all the items wey dey inside, you go print am come from us. This item, because na number, we need to add am to string wey be number, and in food now we need to just change am to string so that everything go fit come together like this, so we get inside this our console. So yeah, I dey very, make we just do the while loop, make we see how we fit take also use while loop take do the same thing. But for the while loop, we go we will write maybe a bit longer code, but everything will still make sense at the end of the day, because the code is very short code, but it give us result of wetin we need. We just do the for loop for everything within inside our list. So another thing we say, if we talk say we wan collect, maybe we dey house and everybody wan buy food, one person wan buy beans, one person wan buy cassava, one person wan buy yam, different things na everybody wan buy. So we go need maybe piece of paper to write wetin everybody wan buy, so that we fit carry am go market. So na that kind thing we wan do. We wan just put am on top our code. So wetin we go first need na maybe one sheet of paper wey go be empty list. So we need empty list. So this empty list now, we store am inside variable wey be food. So if you call food, e go give you empty list. Na wetin dis one mean be that. We carry one empty list wey no get anything inside, we store am inside variable wey we name food. So we name the variable. So the next thing na to start with the while loop. Say while true. Of course, when you do this while loop, you need to put this double dot, so make e fit Python go fit recognize am. So wetin this while loop sef dey do, e just be like wetin for loop do, but a little bit different, because this one e go just continue to dey go until you break am. You understand? So we wan say make e print something. So while true, so e mean say this one go just dey happen, the print dey go, until we give am sign to stop. So while true, we say okay, put wetin you wan buy here, or put name of food wey you wan buy here. This one na just instruction for people wey dey house. Put food, or put name of food wey you wan buy here. Name of food wey you wan buy here. Then the food number na food number. So we just say food number 1, food number 2. We also number the food. So of course, like we do for the last time, we use almost the same thing. Of course, we need to change the number to string. Then we check the length of food. We will give us this food in number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The number of all the food one by one like that. So length of food. Then for every time wey you print am, we wan add +1. So you go print, because while loop go print for everything, for number 0, number 1, number 2. So for every time wey you dey print am, while loop you must print everything. So every time you go dey add +1, +1, +1, so that we go fit number all the food. So that one na that part of the code. So of course, after that one, we go need to add maybe another string. Say okay, this one na just instruction. Say is either you put the name, or put name of food, or press enter to stop list or something, to stop the list. So press enter or press enter to stop the list. So that one is just another instruction we dey give. We'll see if we'll try put some spaces for it, just the same way we do last time, making everything no gum together. So after this one, of course, we know how to use input, and we need to use input this time around also. So our input now say okay, we need to input something, because every member of the house will need to type in wetin they want buy. And when you input them, we need to store the input inside variable. So we'll just say maybe name of food, or food names. Now be the name of this variable where we want to collect all their information. So food name. And after this one, where we collect the information, we want to say if food names now same thing, say double equal to mean say the two sides are same. So if now it is same as this empty string just means say maybe if you press only enter, you don't type anything inside. So if the person don't type anything inside, it means say we can't do something. So if na empty string, I'm sorry, okay, this na empty string. So if na empty string, wetin make it happen? If na empty string, we'll say break just means say make it stop the while loop. Say make it stop to the print the thing they go, because we don't get all the list complete, just like we put for it as our instruction say, or press enter to stop the list. So wetin we dey try to do with that, say okay, if they don't press enter and they don't put anything, it means say you need to break or the list don't complete. So break, then we say food, which is this is our first food where they empty. Or to understand am more, if you say food, we won't add all all this thing where they give us, all the food name, we won't add them inside inside list, all the food names where they put. So we want them inside list, then one name am, or one put them back inside food. One name and food again. So this food will be, you just may say this food will empty before, from the beginning, this empty food from the beginning. We don't add all the names of food name we will collect from this input. We don't add them inside, so it will be empty this thing again. So now Wetin that one just mean that. So if you don't get and say you know be empty this thing again, what we want to do now, we want print some kind of things. The first thing instruction say, or say print all the food, sorry, maybe this not the food we want buy, this not the, or this not the names of food we want buy. And then don't forget say we need to use for food, just for maybe say maybe loop through, so now for loop we don't do before. So for food, sorry, for food names, that means for all the food name within inside food, wetin make Python do for us, for all of them, make print for us. Say print, maybe we'll give them space, then plus make it print all of them one by one, plus food name, yeah, food names. Move we run this code, no side B, then we will first clear our console so that we will get clear answer. So we'll run maybe any code there. Okay, for now no error, no code error. So put name of food where you want by here, food number 1, or press enter to stop the list. So we'll put garri, cassava, eba, fufu, beans, rice. Then now if you press enter, it means say this code go activate. It will mean say nothing, we no put anything. Dey careful, no put any space in between this. If you put space, it means say na space you won't put next. So try make sure say this one no get anything inside. And wetin ordinary enter will do for us. And once you press the enter, you will say this na the name of food we want buy. So you will print this line 15. Then you go say for food in food. Then you go through all the food names, for food names in food where they inside our food variable. Then you go print for all of them. Go print space plus food names. Go print everything one by one like that. So now, so this one just take play, and I will see you now for the next class.